this is a class 40 40142. There was 200 of these made. 2000 horsepower, top speed of 90 miles per hour. They started building them in 61 and they were withdrawn in 1985. This type of locomotive was the one that was in the Great Train Robbery. When it was taken out of service, it was offered to the NRM, and in a normal short-sighted way they refused it, and we all know infamy attracts people. Never mind. I'm unable to find out when this was scrapped, but it was scrapped. It's no longer in service. It's a Bachmann model, Bachmann number 32486 Sierra Fox. Digital locomotive with sound, directional lights, cab lights. It has a U-guard's whistle, cruising, driver's door shut. It has all sorts of weird and wonderful sounds on it, and in my view it looks superb. A point to note is it does not have a name, which is fine, but they've actually connected all the pipes to this. It has a driver and you can see the lights, and if we could start it up please. And this is digital, we're starting it up in. Do you want to give me a guard's whistle? Do you want to give me a door slam? Please. Now you can hear the door. And we'll have some light. Anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing this locomotive run, and thank you for watching. One thing about this locomotive, when you apply the brakes on the digital control, the brakes actually work as well as making the sound. They actually slow it down as well, which is pretty cool. So if you can move it just forward and then just apply the brakes so people can see. You see the brakes actually slow it down, which is clever. None of our other digital locomotives do that. So when you're applying the brake, you are actually applying the brake. Which is pretty cool. Where this is different is to turn it round and change direction. You have to put the brakes on, you can't just do change direction. Now this loco, what makes it work with all the appendages, i.e. the pipes and cables, is they move with the bogie. So when the bogie or driving wheels move, they don't clip. This will run in analog, CV008, CV008, system reset, it will run in analog. Gauge Master Prodigy, maximum speed 128, what speed are we running at?
7.
7. All Peco insulfrog points, and it's just going into the engine shed. And this is absolutely superb. I like the Class 40 anyway. I've got 2 of them in BR green, but I don't have a digital one. Cab lights are on all the time, you've got full control over them, which is excellent. And here we are coming into the station. Now this locomotive is like driving a real locomotive. It won't change direction. If you hit change direction, you've got to apply the brakes, you've got to stop it. This is almost too realistic, but it's very, very good. We went through a phase with TMC. Every time we bought something, if it didn't make 50 quid, we'd buy a benzene truck. And in my view, they do look pretty cool. The hardest thing about this locomotive is putting it on the track. It is the first top-link loco we've run down our new smooth piece of track, and hopefully you can see the difference. It's just so smooth. And this one is the most realistic, I believe, to driving a loco. You really do have to drive this. It's not a relax and watch exercise when you're driving this, but it is. I exaggerate not. It is superb. Okay, this is the tightest part of my track, a radius 2 onto a radius 2 curve point. And despite the so-called reputation of these locos, you can see it was easy, and this is tight. Radius 2 onto a radius 2 curve. This is very, very tight. And here we are, coming onto a radius 2 curve point off a radius 2, and you can see it's fantastic. And you should just be able to see the loco and the trucks in the background. And this is tight, really tight. I'm doing this to show that if your track's laid correctly and it's level, because this here is radius 2 curve, which is the worst you can have. Locos will do it if they're capable of doing it. Some of you may wonder why this is pulling modern virgin carriages. Simple. I googled class 40 online and there was one pulling modern carriages. And you can see there we did something a bit different for you. This loco it really is, we really are pleased with it. It's worth noting with these long carriages, while you've got the length of them, if the track is uneven at the back end of the carriage, it will cause it to derail. So your track has got to be level in the parallel and the horizontal, not just for the loco but for the carriages. Here comes the Express. Here comes the Express. This is more the service speed than the Heritage Railway speed. Okay, here we are with the Radius 2 computer planned track. They're all Peco insulfrog points. Set track radius left hand, it's just gone through. It's now going through a curve point, radius 2, inner part of the radius. What speed are we doing?
13.
We're doing speed 13, Gauge Master Prodigy, top speed 128. And you can hear the flange squealing. That's another radius 2 curve that's gone through. It's now going through another radius 2 curve. Now going through a left hand set track on the inner part, and the last part just before it stops at the buffers is going through the straight part of a set track right hand point. And with driving this, you've got to be a bit careful because change direction doesn't work. You've got to put the brakes on to stop it. It is so much like a real locomotive. It is very, very realistic. It's the most realistic model we have, and it runs faultlessly, which makes a change because the last two Bachmann models I've sent back. The Class 3 digital with sound and the 56XX with sound, I've sent them both back. They were rubbish. But this model is absolutely fantastic. Everything works as it should. And this is tight. People say these Class 40s do not run well. That's not true. As long as your track is straight, parallel, the fish plates are on the horizontal, the track is parallel and put down with the spirit level. And now we're going to put it in a siding for you, which we don't normally do. Which is going on the outer part of the curve point. Then it's going on a left hand set track point straight onto the right. So it's doing like an S-bend. We wouldn't normally do this, but we're just showing you that if your track is laid correctly, there is nothing wrong with these Class 40 locos. This is radius 2. Left hand. All insulfrog points. and I hope you can see this is absolutely superb. Okay, we're demonstrating these sidings because you will see with the first one it's going into a slight S-bend. People say these locos aren't much good. Well, yeah. All Peco insulfrog. And these sidings are all S-bends. You can see they're all slight S's, so this is why I'm demonstrating it. Now you see the third siding isn't ballasted. When we were running it, we saw there was a slight stutter. And that track's been down for 3 years before I had a clue about what I was doing, and it wasn't straight, the screws were in too tight, the sleepers were buckled, awful. So now I've put it down again. In fact, there was one tack in there as well. I've put it down again with the screws, tighten them down, getting it totally level. You can see the track's dirty there by the flicking of the lights. That's how you can tell. And here comes the tester. Now before on this particular siding it was stuttering. We'll see. Everything is nice and straight. The fish plates are far better than they've ever been. They were slightly twisted. It was awful track laying, I don't mind admitting it. And the difference, well, I can see the loco's dead level the way it runs. But if my track's not right, I will have it up and I will change it, because there's nothing worse or more emotionally debilitating than spending a lot of money on locos and they don't run correctly. But that track down there, when I put the spirit level on it, a trapeze artist wouldn't be able to stay on it, let alone a locomotive run properly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing it run. Thank you.